All right, hello everyone. My name is Rudy Corradetti. I'm the founder and the original founder and one of the owners of Misfits Arena. A little bit about my background is I am a software and infrastructure engineer. I've been a part of large and small project technology projects for the last 15 years. I also happen to have competed in hundreds, if not thousands, of game battles and CMGs and tournaments over the last 10, 15 years in Call of Duty. I have a passion for building technology platforms. Um, Gonna pass it off to my other co-owner, Andy.
What's up, guys? My name is Andy Tacker. I'm a co-owner of this platform, and I'm from Arkansas, born and raised here. My background is deeply rooted in competitive gaming. I competed at the highest levels early on, earning Wrathful Gladiator in World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King, placing me in the top 0.1% of players worldwide. More recently, I competed in Call of Duty Mobile, finishing top 5,000 globally, which gives me experience across both legacy esports and modern competitive shooters. Outside of esports, I grew up in a family owned business where I learned how successful companies are built, discipline, accountability, customer trust, and long term vision. That experience shapes how we approach this project. Together as co owners, we're building a Call of Duty competitive platform designed to compete directly with CMG and Console Kings. With a stronger focus on fair competition, player experience, and community, this platform is built by competitors who understand the ecosystem because we've lived it. Now I'm going to pass it over to my friend Dom.
Hey everybody, my name is Dominic Montgomery. Also go as Hydro. I'm also a area sales manager for a online internet company. I've been in the competitive Call of Duty space for roughly about 15 to 16 years. I've always had a passion for wanting to build something special. I've always wanted to be involved in something like this and give back to a community that's gave me so much joy and happiness over my years of competitive experience. Thankfully, right now, our big vision is creating a one-stop shop for all competitive esports, making it a easy transition from lane experience, online tournaments, and just XPs and wagers. We want to bring back passion into a competitive esports that has primarily seen a big tick and a downfall, but we want to bring that love and passion back to the sport that we all have mutual interest in. uh, that's all about me. I'm gonna pass it off to Kyle to introduce himself.
I'm Kyle. I've been playing Call of Duty for about 16 years now. Been an active member of the competitive community for about 10, including LAN experience. This space has always been my passion. I want nothing more than to give back to this community that's given me so many amazing memories and relationships along the way. I was one of the first admins of 8 Spots. I helped tackle all of the community and data issues we had, as well as running the social and content side of things. I'm very excited to see where this takes us. I'll pass it off to Nick.
What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Kovach. A little bit about my background for Call of Duty is played GBs for about 8 to 10 years. I love that they're giving back to the community so much here at Misfits and the direction everything is going. I also was one of the founding admins and staff members. We've also been focused on keeping the community as tight as possible, trying to, if you have any disputes or stat corrections, we've been on that as fast as we can. And I will pass it over to Coolid.
Hey, my name is Kool-Aid. I'm a former competitive Call of Duty player that played in Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3. I have since transitioned into the creative side of esports, focusing more on personal logo creations and custom design work for projects within the Misfits Arena. And in addition, I also operate a small side business making custom apparel and logos. And now I'm just going to pass it over to E-Crane.
Hi, my name is Ethan Crane, also going as E Crane. I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada, and I've both worked and played in a myriad of esports, such as Counter Strike, Apex, Valorant, and Rainbow Six, mainly focusing on Counter Strike in the main league or ALGS for Apex. And I've played for about a decade now, and I'm super excited to be helping out with the Misfits project as a design lead and assist with technical. I'm super privileged to be able to help create an environment for everyone to compete as players and grow as a community. Now that you've met the team, I'm going to pass it back to Rudy to talk more about our project.
Thanks, Ethan. Thanks, everyone. We have the best team ever here. I wanted to talk a little bit about our philosophy and as it relates to, what we've built so far. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So, this story kind of began as a single Reddit post. I just wanted to play 8s on a new Black Ops 7 game that I loved, that I thought was great. I just saw the beta. It looked great. So I made a Reddit post, and out of that Reddit post came a Discord bot. From the Discord bot, I decided, why don't I build a site around it? Because I wanted to play what's called ELO 8s. They didn't really have much of that. The idea is you have an SR and you can climb a leaderboard in 8s. So we did. We went ahead and built that. And over the last 2 months, which, give or take about 60 days, we got 415 registered players. We've played 2.2K maps. We've completed 971 series. I mean, you could see some of the stats here. Just so much data was input. And I'll say we had to condition our community to manually input all this data. And for the most part, they did it with an integrity. And it's just been great to be a part of this. We started a season. I'm not going to dive into that. This entire platform was built by myself, Kyle, just many nights of working. And so I wanted to share a little bit about the analytics and some of the stats that we've achieved over the last 60 days. Again, this project is what enabled us to move to what we're introducing, Misfits Arena. Having the code base, having the data, having the experience of running this platform is what's going to enable us to be successful with Misfits Arena. So again, before we jump into that, I'll also mention, Game Battle's closing in 2024. Sucks for all the competitive COD players. It was really a staple. It was a place where, you had a profile, you had badges, you had trophies, and it meant something. So we were inspired by that. I'm inspired by that. And that's why we're building what we're building. So a little bit about 8spot.com. That's the URL for our original SR ELO 8s. That's where our community has come from. It's kind of what's driving people to our community. A little bit about Call of Duty is in the first 2 months, Call of Duty doesn't release ranked, and so you have a chance to play 8s. And a lot of people play 8s, and it's just kind of disheartening. You play 8s, you get off. You play 8s, you get off. And so my idea was, why don't I create a platform where we can play 8s and we can be ranked. And so here's just a bunch of our players and their rankings. I mean, we have so many players. You could see some people have played 267, 269, 286 matches. I mean, this is in 2 months. So that being said, we'll jump over to the analytics. This is over the last 30 days. So you can multiply this by about 1.75. I mean, we've had about 10K unique visitors. We're getting about 413 a day. And again, with ranked play coming out, this has went down a bit. Like this was a lot. This was, 500 at some points. We still drive traffic to the site through our tournaments and our seasons, which we will be transitioning over to Misfits Arena. Again, the entire platform, all the platforms I build, I use Cloudflare to front them. That gives us security. It also gives us caching, which enables us to scale to a large audience seamlessly. Now, these are kind of stats about the site. I'm not going to get too much into the web analytics. Just we're driving traffic through our technology and through our community. So that being said, here's what spawned out of that. This is our Misfits Arena platform. Again, we have invitationals, we have switcheroos planned, we have tournaments planned, we have wagers, we have a team ladder for XPs, we have a duos ladder for XPs, a singles ladder. Again, we're trying to ignite some of that passion. You can see we have a profile page with these sweet badges a la GB. If you guys remember on GB, you had these badges you'd get for like holiday classics, for, participating in team ladder tournaments, et cetera. We've got trophies, again, with, a focus on inspiring passion in our player base. The way the registration on the website works is it's all credit based. We have 1 credit per $1. The payment processing, both on the withdrawal side and on the deposit side, is all taken care of through Stripe. We do none of that on our site because we don't want to have that risk. Stripe does it better. We could never do it as good as Stripe could. That's the same reason I'm using Cloudflare, because I understand these technologies are better done by much larger corporations. We have our identity, which is managed through Google, if you want, or you can sign up with a regular email. Again, totally industry standard stuff. I don't do much identity management on our side. Google OAuth takes care of that. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this back to Dom, who's more of the vocal voice for us, and he'll take it from there.
Yeah, thank you. Basically, what we want to introduce to the community is giving these top challenger players and even top end talent more reason to grind every day and more reason to compete. So, with that being said, we are going to actually have our first Misfits Arena Invitational kickoff, which will be placed Friday, February 20th. It will be an online invitation. We are going to send the reserve 8 spots for the top 8 challenger teams. And then we will also allow the remaining 8 spots to be just filled in through our website registration. It'll be $40 per team. We will start at 11 o'clock. It'll be just a 1-day event in hopes to just generate exposure and a platform that these guys can really buy into. Because once you get them hooked, it's a sink and swim. That's the biggest thing that we want to do is we wanted to make us just a complete one-stop shop. And I can't reinforce that statement enough because what we really want is to just have everything done through our site. So it's not any micromanaging when it comes to organizations. It's not like these guys have to completely just keep registering their team. Like we just want it to be a simple click. The team's registered, they're in the tournament, and that's it. And the great thing about this is that we're going to be doing instant payouts because I've had horror stories. I've heard horror stories in the competitive scene, and why lands have remotely stopped and big tournaments like this have stopped is because of payout. What's great about us is as soon as that bracket is complete, the money's going instantly to your account for withdrawal. And that is something that Stripe allows us to do at full security. So if this is something that you guys would love to get introduced to, take advantage of it and play in the tournament, please reach out to myself at my Twitter will be linked in the description below, and also or just at Misfits Arena. You can open DMs, message me for the invitation and the registration. The tentative launch date for registration will open February 16th. That will be our enrolling date also for the website for everybody to compete, play, whether that being wagers, just XP ladders, just that's just when we go live realistically. And another great thing is what I came on was the S&D community. So one thing in the last couple years that's been really taking off is switcheroos, and playing in them it's just a fun experience. It gets a lot of it gets a lot of people together that they probably wouldn't originally play with, and it built some hype around it. And to be honest, the prize pools get extremely exciting to watch. So it's all about content, right? That's why we're here. We're trying to drive this website for everybody to not go from like COD agent to CMG back to Console Kings. We want everything to be seamless, done through here, and showcasing true talent throughout all respective possibilities in Call of Duty. So switcheroos, we are initially going to be doing every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But if we see more uptick, more drive, and more people wanting to play it, we'll be hosting them every day, if not more than once. Because what Rudy has built, um, endlessly and tirelessly, he has configured something that we can just instantly, as soon as one's done, we can kick off another one if we really want to. Um, so if you want to, Rudy, if you can pull up a switcheroo, and we can do like a test for the team, so we can showcase
Yeah,
how it
absolutely.
works and how easy.
Yeah, so we have what we call the admin panel on this site. It's only accessible by people that we've added as admins. And through that admin panel, we can create all the events that we would like. And one event type is a switcheroo. So we'll come in here. We will run a test. Again, I have to use the test portion here, but when in reality, you can create a regular switcheroo by using the create switcheroo button, which hits the create switcheroo endpoint. Again, you put your name in, Format, most do 3v3, search and destroy, your entry fee, the house cut, which will be 7.5% most of the time. The date, when registration opens, when it closes, description, etc. You can put a poster in here if you'd like to get crazy. We also have a badge that we can give to participants and a badge that we can give to the winning team. We'll do that for the special switcheroos. Maybe like if we have, top tier players, top S&D, kids, men, whatever, women. So come in here, we can do a seed test switcheroo. So we'll say how many fake players. We'll just say 24. Hit OK, and the format will be 3v3. Again, this is just a test harness that I had to build so that we could demonstrate this. It's not going to be relevant in the future. It's just for testing. So we'll come in here to edit. And so this is what it looks like if you were to actually create it. Yep. So then we will, so again, whoever's doing the switcheroo on stream will be operating this. Again, this is from the admin panel. Player view cannot see this, cannot see this. So come in here, we'll do a roll. Pulls up the wheel, which everybody loves. A lot of enhancements to come in terms of aesthetics. Remember, this is, our second, third week we've had this. There'll be beautiful logo here. Maybe the font will be nicer to look at, but nonetheless, you'll spin the wheel. And so these are test players, but these will be real players on the wheel. The teams get assigned. The timer we're all familiar with is running. We have the pool. We have the goal. And so if you want to re-roll, you need to get $25 in the pool. So let me quickly jump over here. Oops, 1 second. So this is the admin view. This is what will be on stream. But what people will see from the player view, let's browse to the site here, go to switcheroos. They will see this. And so this is the quote unquote player view. This is what the world will see. They click here. And so what you have is the participants, we have the players, we have the pot size. And so this grows as we add. So we can add some money here, $25, the goal's met. We see the goal's met, we can come over here. We can see the pot increased. And so we can re-roll because the goal's met. And again, this is admin driven. Whoever's running the stream, whoever's doing the switcheroo will do this. Re-roll, goal, $30. We got a new goal, and so on and so forth. I mean, this is what we're all familiar with. And as soon as this timer runs out, which again, we're all familiar with, we will lock. I can lock it ahead of time here, but it will lock when that timer runs out. We lock, it's locked. We come over here. You can see the teams are now locked. It's clear as day. And so the admin will X out of the switcheroo interface, and now he's ready to generate the bracket. And so he'll generate the bracket. It's always a single elimination tournament, and that can be changed, but it just takes for damn ever to do a double. So we'll hit OK, and teams are generated, and we're off to the races. We're having a tournament now. So all of the rules for the tournament are on our site as well. Easy to see. I'll go ahead and pass it back to Dom now, but that's basically how we will operate a switcheroo tournament. Give or take a few simple minor details that, as we grow, we will adjust.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy. And like the biggest thing about this, guys, is that it's all instantaneous and it's all one spot. You're not jumping through hoops. You're not looking at multiple screens. You're not looking at a notepad. You don't have to DM somebody for cash. You don't got to pay through Apple Pay, PayPal, Cash App, however you guys were doing it previously. It's all done through our website through a protected server. So it's $1 a credit. If the tournament's only $5, a buy-in, you'll just buy $5, put it in the pot. We have it set. So if that pot, you donate $5 into the reroll and it doesn't succeed, you guys will get that money back onto your account for instant withdrawal. We're not here to make our goal here is to not make this confusing for anybody. We want to simplify it the best way possible, and I think we've nailed it. Obviously, we can make a lot of things look better aesthetically, like he was saying, and get things to a point where we're like, oh wow, this is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Right now, we're here to get this live, to get this in front of you guys, to get you guys playing on it, because guess what happens on the second weekend of March? Rudy, can you pull up what we are going to do for our first ever LAN Invitational
Yes.
for the Call of Duty scene?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So second weekend of March, March 13, 14, 15, we're going to have a LAN in Brunswick, Ohio at Top Level Gaming. I'll show you the venue in a second. It's going to be a $4,000 LAN, $3,500 going to the first team, $500 going to the second team, casted by yours truly. And we're so excited about it. We're just like everything
Can you pull
else.
the poster up?
Yes. Where's that poster at? Bear with me here. Where is the poster? I don't have it in my browser. Just a moment. I'll get this poster here. Can you email it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, it's 13, 14, 15. We're gonna have pool play on Friday. On Saturday, we're gonna have bracket play. Sunday will be, losers and winners finals and the championship. Gonna pull up the poster now. Again, just like anything else, our posters are so cool. We try our best to do everything, to the max as well as it can be done. Our artwork included. Shout out to Kool-Aid and Crane for that. So just a moment, I'll pull up the poster. We'll take a look at it. And then after we're done looking at the poster, we will glance at the venue. I have a short video of the venue. We're very lucky. We're partnering with a group called Top Level Gaming. I can show you their website while we wait. So they have awesome machines. They have modern Ryzen GPUs. They've got NVIDIA 5070s, plenty of RAM. It's everything you need there, all in one place. It's a purpose-built center for LANs. This isn't a hotel conference room. This is a real, facility. So we're super excited about that. Let me just pull the poster up here.
I DM'd it to you.
I need you to email it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have Discord on this stream. I have my web browser though.
No worries, I got you.
Yep. So while we wait for the poster, I guess I'll go ahead and just show you guys the video. Oh, I do have it on Discord. I'm sorry. Who'd you send it to? I don't have it here. To emulates Rudy?
Yeah.
I got it. That's all right. I got it here in Visual Assets. Visual Assets. Scroll all the way down. No, I don't have it in here either. Oh, here we go. So this is the poster we'll be running with. Again, $300 for the team pass, $3,500 first place, $500 to second place. It's in Brunswick, Ohio. Beautiful community about, 30 minutes from the airport, the Cleveland International Airport.
Oh, yeah.
Again. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, like easy travel for these people to not traveling through ends on ends just to get to a LAN event. It's going to be very roomy, very comfortable. Setups are brand new. So these guys have really taken good care of their facility. I'm very happy to sponsor with these people and excited to get top end talent here.
Yep. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you the facility. Again, this is like a cell phone video. It's also older video. They've done some to improve. So I'll just go ahead and show you. Shout out Top Level Gaming. Thanks, guys. We do plan to set up outside. We'll be sharing the schedule and the logistics of it all and how we'll make it happen. But there's going to be monitors everywhere. And I just wanted to show the group one more thing that makes us unique before I pass it back to Dom. So again, we were talking about how we have this admin side. And so on the admin side, again, it allows us to build LAN events because we plan to do a lot more than just one. And so I've built a test example of a LAN event. And so here's what will actually be on the displays. And so again, the technology we built is all in-house. There's no challenge, there's no bracket.com. It's all right here. So again, pool A will be on a monitor, pool B, pool C, pool D, winners, losers, grand final. These will all be on different monitors. And so I can't harp on it enough. I've spent so many hours. Kyle has spent so many hours, Ethan, building this out because we want it to be seamless and we want it to be original and we want it to work because of our, we just have such a passion for esports in general, mainly Call of Duty. So That being said, I'm gonna pass it back to Dom, who's gonna close this thing out for us.
Yeah, so our ultimate goal here, guys, is to build a community for these LAN events to kind of run with the challengers scene. So we're gonna hopefully in the future we're gonna be able to run at least one LAN event every major cycle, at least 2 weeks before the Elite Cup to get the top challengers players some good reps on LAN for a good prize pool that they're actually going to come in and actually take effort. Now, for the future, we also have something else planned. So like Rudy was saying, we're partnering with Top Level Gaming, and actually June 5th, we're going to be launching another 6K LAN Invitational. Um, that is still in the works, but that is something that is for sure locked in with them. We are just going to be planning it out, probably just not right now, but in the near future. And we are also going to be hosting like lower tier LAN events out of that venue as well. These guys are awesome. They've been really respectful, been very like appealing to work with, and I think that's the biggest thing about like creating a partnership is working with guys that you can feel comfortable with and have a vision together and have one vision and go in the right way. There's something about this community that we have seen so much growth, and I can't thank Rudy enough for letting me come on board and showcasing what I'm going to be able to do for the industry. I also want to give a huge shout out to our event coordinator Chaos, who is going to be hosting all of our events. He has previous experience with Cedar Point Invitationals, running local lands, and he's also plugged into the college COD League. So we are going to make an avenue of I say an avenue of challenge in the beginning, of course, for us, but the biggest thing about it is giving back to the community that well deserves it. And I mean, hopefully this takes off and we can do a land event every month. Like that is our ultimate goal is to just make sure that you guys come back to the website, you guys play on our website, that you guys do everything when it comes to enrolling, playing on the invitationals. Everything is done through our website. Yes, we want to build a LAN experience, but we also want to build a competitive website that people are coming in and playing. And this isn't COD is the only beginning because that's the thing that we love the most right now. And if you find something you love the most and you build off that, it'll venture into other things. But if once we perfect this esport, and we build a funnel to venture off into other esports, man, I have no clue where this thing could take off to. So, with that being said, I'll let Andy and Rudy have their closing remarks. I'm very grateful, very thankful, and let's get it rock and rolling.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, one last thing. I'll just say, man, I remember, dude, years 2014, right? UMGs, we had MLGs, we had local lands, and like Dom said, it was monthly. And so this is just us trying to get back to that world. I just, that's my final words. Come play on our site. Don't forget about our kickoff invitational. We hope to see some of the best players in the world playing in it and in our lands. With that being said, Andy, take it away. Close it out for us.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see y'all on the platform, and I can't wait to grow and for y'all to grow with us. And I think that's all I got left to say. We'll see y'all there.
Sweet. All right. Thanks, chat. Thanks, everyone. We'll be in the Discord if anybody has any questions. I'm going to take the stream down now. I appreciate everyone. Goodbye.
See you guys.